Hello, my name's John. This is the Tamiya Mesozoic Creatures model kit, and you're watching Wargames Models and Other Hobbies. Hello and welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be doing a little conversion that was inspired by this kit that I've just picked up. I'd like to do a conversion based around each of the creatures that comes with this. I've already made one of them, but let's have a look at the kit itself. So there is the different creatures on the sprues. I've got a few ideas for what I want to do with them. The one that I've started with is this one. Apologies for the pronunciation. Hycelophodon. I've already built it. Nice simple model, this one. I've put it on a 28mm base because I want to do a conversion based around some Warhammer models. Now I know that the scale of the Tamiya kit, being 1/35 scale, is not the same as 28mm scale that the Warhammer kits come in, but I think it's going to be okay for this conversion, but we can see down the line. Now, inspiration for this conversion is Dinotopia. If you haven't seen this book before and you'd like me to do a video on it, I have quite a selection of these ones. Please drop a comment. But as you can see from the front cover, there are humans and dinosaurs living together. And I wanted to come up with a little conversion using the Tamiya kit to kind of depict this somehow. So, let's get started. So, I was thinking with this little character, this little creature, to create possibly something like a sheriff or a road warden or something like that that keeps the roads of Dinotopia secure, or whichever mystical land that I kind of associate these with. I originally thought of using a Necromunda Delac body for this, but it didn't quite fit with what I was looking for. So I've actually found a nice selection of Warhammer sprues, and I think I've decided what I want for the actual character to go with this little dinosaur. So I'm going to get started and build that, and then I'm going to add a few extra details to the dinosaur. So let's get started. So to start with, the legs and body for this character. Now I originally thought, as I started this video, it was going to be like, as I said, a sheriff or a road warden or something like that. It might just be a simple adventurer, citizen, something like that. We'll see how the conversion goes. But I've got from the Empire Great Cannon kit, I've got one of the sets of legs, and then I have one of the bodies from the Militia kit. I think they go together okay. And what I thought for this character, I'm going to have it armed with a small crossbow, and so I'm thinking that this character is not going to have a lot of equipment with them, but the equipment they do have is going to be shared between them and their dinosaur buddy. But I kind of like this idea of combining different model kits from different manufacturers to create a new theme, a new set of items. And I might work out how to maybe create some rules for these for a little game or something like that. I don't know. Or they might just be little shelf pieces to look nice when I finish them. Okay. sure about that body at the moment. What I'm going to do, I'm going to glue the legs down to a 28mm base so I can work on it a little bit better. So the look that I'm kind of going for with this, they're both standing as if they've kind of come across something or they're looking at something. And I know in reality this dinosaur would be probably half the size that it is in this, but hey, it's fantasy, so it doesn't really matter. And I think it's going to work out quite nicely. Got to work out, I think, whenever I make models, I always think about the poses and the positions they're going to be in. I think the dinosaur is going to be on the right hand side of the human. That's the kind of thought I've had. I might look for, actually, let's have a look for a different body, because I've got a selection of different bodies from different kits. Okay, let's have, actually, let's see if, I quite like the idea of an armoured body. Well, it might not be armoured. Let's have a look at, you know, the one that comes on the cannon sprue. I think I'm going to go with that. I'm going to go with just a plain shirt. That's what I'm going to go with. So yeah, the other dinosaurs in the kit, I wouldn't mind doing some other conversions. So if you've got any ideas for them, please drop a comment. Always open to suggestions. Quite like the idea of making a little selection of these. But yeah, I'm going to keep it with the crossbow on this one. I do like the idea of this character preparing for something. So yeah, already in my head this has gone from a sheriff or something like that to more of a civilian kind of piece, but I'm not sure yet. We'll see what it does when it comes to the end of it. I'm going to zoom in a little bit so you can see a little bit more of what I'm working on. I don't need that body now. And let's get this arm loading. I do like the old Empire Militia kit. Let's have a... Although I'm not sure about the arm placement on that. That's... Okay, I'm not sure about that. Actually, I think I'm going to change my mind on that one. I'm not going to use the loading crossbow. I'm going to go with the one that's just fired. I wasn't happy with the position of that one, and for this video I'm not kind of in the mood for chopping up and slicing pieces. This is just a mixed match of kits and just sticking them all together. Having the one that's just fired, it's quite a nice little dynamic pose. Yeah, that'll work. Okay, let's just clean up that arm. Yeah, it's because I'm using the different bodies from the different kits. They don't quite line up. That's okay. I mean, I can do some green stuff on these at a later date. Okay, let's run some glue in the seam. Oops. Hold this in position for a little bit. Yeah, so kind of one arm fits perfectly, but then the other one does come out a bit. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to get the right arm kind of in place like that, and then the left arm, where there's a gap, I'll fill that later on. I quite like the idea. Okay, so there's those two just there. Now I'm going to have a look at some selection of different heads. So I'm thinking of using possibly some of the ones from the Necromunda Scum sprue. There's some quite nice ones that could work with that. Let's try this one and see what it looks like. Might have to trim back the where the neck sits, but yeah, I'm gonna have to trim back the neck on this one, but I think as a character, yeah, that's gonna work nicely. Okay. Right, I'm just going to let the arm dry on that, and I'm going to think about what I want to add to the dinosaur. Now, I do have the remains of a Bretonian sprue here, and there's a few things on it that I want to add. So there's one of those kind of a helmet with a little sack that I wouldn't mind putting on this character, and then another pouch. With a little dagger on. Okay, let's tidy this up. So yeah, I'm thinking about, I'll do some green stuff later on, or just some plastic filling. Not sure what I'll use yet, but I'm thinking having these things mounted over the top of this little dino, that kind of sits quite nicely there. I wonder if it's works on the other. No, that's going to go on that side. So it's going to be a little pack of equipment on the dinosaur. So it's helping its human buddy carry a few things. Sorry, that was off camera then. And then, yeah, so what I'm going to need to do is add a little bit of detail on top. I wonder if there's a pouch or something I could add to it, but for now let's stick this on this side. Okay, that's okay. I needed to clean up a bit of that. I'll let it dry and then I'll clean it up a bit. Wondering if there's something I can put on the top of this. Right, while that dries, let me trim the neck down of this character. So I just want to trim it down enough so it fits in the neck hole of this one. That kind of does. Let's just shave that back a little bit. Shave that way. Okay. You've got to take a little bit more off that. Let's just zoom out a little bit. There we go. There we go. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a little pool of glue just there. And then there we go. Okay, I like that. Okay, yeah, okay, I can see where this is going on, but you can see there's quite a gap there. What I'm going to do is I'm going to shave some plastic off a sprue, and I'm going to cut some slithers, stick it in, and use my glue to kind of hold it in place. I'm just going to let that neck dry while I tidy a bit of this. Actually, I'm just going to take that off while the glue isn't gone off fully. Get rid of that mould line and that mould line as well. There we go. I'm happy with that now, like that. So yeah, I've got, like I said, a few dinosaurs on that kit that I got this one with, and I'd like to do a few little conversions with them. So if you've got any suggestions, please drop it in the comments. Also, if you'd like to see more videos like this where I'm just combining different kits, please drop a comment. Okay, let's cut some slithers of plastic. Okay, there's a few little bits. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to pick them up with my blade. And oh, that one fits in really quite nicely. So I'll get some glue onto that. And I will need to tidy that up afterwards, but that's okay. Once the glue's gone off, I can tidy up that little shoulder. I don't actually need to add any more to that, so let's clear that away. Okay, let's I don't know if that needs anything more. It's quite nice and simple, but I'll have a look and see what stuff I've got. It's the kind of just I mean, there is a bottle that could sit. Yeah, I'm going to use that bottle to just hide the gap between the two items. So let's have a look. How's that going to sit? Just right. Let's get some tweezers to hold this while I have a look. Unless there's another little pouch. What pouches are there? Okay, yeah, that axe one would work. Oh, actually, no, there we go. Okay, so there's one here with a little bird in it, but I'm actually going to cut the bird off. And obviously the dinosaurs in Dinotopia aren't like beasts of burden and things like that. They're companions and that kind of thing. So it's, what I don't want to do is make it so this guy is overloaded with items. Yeah, that's going to work just sitting on there. So I'm going to put that just there. Apologies if you can hear a dog bark, it's my neighbour's dog. Okay, let's and some glue in there, some just down there. Sorry, I'm doing this off camera. Okay, there we go. Okay, so while that's done that, let's shift a little bit of this plastic filler that I made. So I'm just using my scalpel blade to kind of sculpt it a little bit. Let's get rid of that mould line. I might, no, the head's okay, I think. I'm okay with the head for now. Yeah, I might have to come in with a little bit of green stuff later on. Okay, anyway. Right, just this little experiment. I'm going to call that now. I'll leave some pictures at the end so you can have a look at these two characters alongside each other. If you'd like to see more videos of kind of mashing up of different kits or more Dinotopia kind of themed videos, please drop a comment. But for now, my name's John. Thanks for tuning in. You've been watching War Games, Models and Other Hobbies.